and Oakland, and coming up here the next half hour, we'll show you the Allegheny County and northern areas. So, weather for today, we really don't have one. It's a very clear day. Not much in terms of clouds. There are a few light to our south. You look to the west, and there are a few more clouds picking up, but we're not expecting to see much in the way of cloud cover until a little later tonight, especially into Saturday. Just updated storm tracker right now. A few spotty showers. This is now bringing it in about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you'll really notice that another little batch coming through into the late evening and overnight hours. So a lot of this really should be out of the way by sunrise into Sunday. And we actually need a little bit of some wet weather. We are at 1.3 inches. So we have picked up a little bit from yesterday, but we're still about a quarter of an inch below where we should be. Here's your extended forecast for the weekend always in view. Those showers coming through over the weekend, primarily going to be late Saturday into early Sunday, and then otherwise at times more clouds than sunshine. The roller coaster temperatures continue. We're at 68 on Saturday, back into the upper 50s on Sunday, staying there on Monday, but we do get to see a little bit more sunshine and warming back up into the 60s by Tuesday. Brittany?
I've been checking out our PennDOT cameras along the Parkway West, and those inbound closures have wrapped up, as well as you can see here, this outbound closure that involves the Fort Pitt Tunnel. However, over the weekend, a lot of work happening both inbound and outbound. From 9 p.m. tonight until 6 a.m. Monday morning, there will be a full inbound closure along the Parkway West. This does include the Fort Pitt Tunnel and the ramp to 51 northbound. However, the EQT race is happening Sunday morning. There will be one lane open for that from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. Also need to lane restrictions outbound. That will start 9 p.m. tonight and then wrap up noon tomorrow afternoon. And then again, there will be additional single lane restrictions starting 9 Saturday night. Also, the Fort Pitt Tunnel outbound will be closed from 9 tonight until 8 tomorrow morning. Taking a look at the big picture, you can see we aren't dealing with any major issues right now. We will detail your drive times coming up in 10 minutes. Your time right now is 5:20.
One of the biggest medical mistakes in 35 years.
And that medical mistake is making a baby battle with cancer even more difficult. How the drug looks the safest makes it.
And you're just pouring a legal fight over a weight loss product.
Yeah, the new lawsuit against a Pittsburgh company that claims the should have never been on jump.
Man is shocked after climbing to the top of the tower. The police say he was after that nearly cost his life. Time's coming up on 5:21. We'll be right back.
The Jeep Celebration event at Beaver County Auto. Take home a new Jeep Cherokee for $193 a month. Take home a new Jeep Wrangler for $213 a month. And you'll always get guaranteed road approval. It will make you above a Beaver believer too.
You just can't wait to see what it looks like. A new room for Saxony House.
Join us at Saxony House Furniture for our Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale. Save an incredible 40% off all Flex Steel custom orders. Choose from the area's largest selection of Flex Steel styles and fabrics to fit any decor at the guaranteed lowest prices of the season. Quality furniture built to last a lifetime, only at Saxony House Furniture, Sarber, Worthington, and Grove City.
The 270 horsepower, Wi-Fi, and premium interior. For a limited time, leasehold, just $179 per month. 0% financing for 72 months.
Mom, Dad, I found cigarettes in Greg's jacket.
Greg, were you smoking cigarettes?
No, Dad.
He's lying. There's no doubt about that. Greg, I'm afraid your punishment will be 4 hours in the hospital. That'll give you some time to think about what you've done.
Oh, man. That'll teach him.
And I'm afraid you learned a day in the chamber of fire having on your other hand.
I smoked it. How does a boy like that go so wrong?
Well, I live in a crummy neighborhood. Wait. Oh, hell yeah. They got rabbits, thugs, drug dealers, you name it. You folks want some pancakes? No, thank you. See, that's the worst we got is your mindless witnesses. Excellent. The mind control device is nearing completion.
Dewey, I said no toys at the table.
Damn you, vile woman! You repeated my words since the day I escaped from your wretched home.
I remember when Dewey was born. He was the only baby I've ever seen that came out smiling.
But of course, that was my victory day. The fruition of my deeply laid plans to escape from that cousin ovarian mass fever. Return the device, woman.
No toys, Dewey.
Very well then. Not my words, but least expected.
Kids, I just don't know if I like the idea of your father going to a stag party tonight. Relax, Mom. It's just a bunch of guys sitting around with a black marker and a checklist of the 10 Commandments.
Thou shalt live Georgia.
Chris, you're 13. Don't talk like that. Mom, it's kind of cold in here. Then I don't touch the thermostat, Meg. Your father gets upset. Oh, come on, this thing goes up to 90.
What about your thermostat?
Man, how does he always know?
Brain implant, mate. Every father's got one. It tells you when the children are messing with the dial. Hey, Peter, my thing went off. Your thermostat okay? Yeah, it's all right. Hey, right over here. Forget it. False alarm. Oh, that's so hot. Hey, when are you leaving for the party, Peter? About 15 minutes.
Peter, promise me you won't drink.
Oh, it's honey alcohol doesn't affect me.
Remember when Dad got drunk off the community wine at church?
And so the Lord God spoke for Job with festering boils all over his body. I hate it when you tell this story. Yet miraculously, Job was still able to keep his dignity. And remember, you had an Irish coffee the day we went to see Philadelphia.
Declined to comment. And wanted to shut down a border tunnel that seized 12.
I got it. That's the guy from Big. Tom Hanks. That's it. Funny guy, Tom Hanks. Anything he says is a stick.
I have it.
And then there was that time at the ice cream store.
Oh, rum raisin, my favorite.
Promise me, Peter.
Lois, I promise. Not a drop of alcohol. I can't lips tonight. Hey, who wants to drink the beer? Right here. You win. All right. What do I win?
Another beer.
Oh, I'm going for the high score. Well, actually, Charlie's got the high score. What's the matter with your clock won't flush? You know, I feel kind of bad, you guys. I promised my wife I wouldn't drink. Oh, I don't feel bad, Peter. Gee, I never thought of it like that. Hey, did you bring the porno? Did I bring the porno? What do you think I am? Some kind of porno not bringer?
But don't you have people to deliver?
No, let's get busy instead. Oh, he is going to get fired.
The statue was originally a gift from France.
What is this? A man Christmas that takes over this for his history class. It's the Statue of Liberty. Oh, what are we going to do? Boys, we're going to drink till she's fat. Hey, that's just crazy enough to work.
Last night's game. He's a hockey player. Unfortunately, the Pens were playing catch up.
Bacon's great, Mom. Where's the orange juice?
Over there by the clock. That's cool that Dad slept in the kitchen. Kids, this is not a good example. Daddy only drank so the Statue of Liberty would take its clothes off.
Peter, I honestly don't believe you. You spent the night on the kitchen table and you're still drunk.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Are you mad?
No, I'm just very disappointed. Mom, are you all right? My goodness, the chair leg was loose. Isn't that silly? I could have broken my neck.
Well, honey, I'm late for work. Can we talk about this when I get back?
All right, Peter, but we haven't finished this conversation.
Okay, bye. How you going, Johnson? Well, Mr. Reed, I've been working on the new GI2 line, and as you can see, they look great. Well, these bagels. Whoa! I'm glad he's on our side. Peter, are you sleeping on the job? Oh, hi, Mr. Weed. Here, it's your job to watch for any toy products that might be harmful to children. Now look sharp. Yes, sir.
And now, back to Channel 6 News. Our top story tonight, when toys attack. Quite a situation we've got here, Mike.
Quite a situation we've got here, Mike, indeed, Diane. It seems the Happy-Go-Lucky Toy Company has released several highly unsafe toy products into the retail market.
Come on, Timmy, throw the silly ball. Oh, boy, a pound cooch. Come on, baby, Mike, let's spit it out.
Peter, I'm appalled. Your negligence and damage is reputation. You're fired. All right, geez, for how long?
I don't believe it, Peter. You got fired?
Way to go, Dad. Fight the machine.
How do you know about the machine?
Peter, you know, because he drank at the stag party.
I know, Lois, honey, you were right. Alcohol is trouble. Now, I feel kind of guilty I ever gave Chris his first taste of beer. Yeah, but you turned out okay, didn't you, pal? I'm gonna go get a wasted. Okay, look both ways.
What are you going to do about it, John? You'll have to find something soon. Now, why don't you... Oh! What on earth was that?
We can't wait to work with you. Stop in today.
What the deuce are you staring at?
Here's the deal. Every mechanic knows cars.
There's nothing in it. Now, this sucks, Chris. I gotta find a way to get money. I mean, for 2 jobs this week, I got fired off at that commercial.
Try it again.
I'm Taka for Cocoa Puff.
That's a big deal. It means no one is more trusted to get the job done right and done fast. Make a big deal even better for 3 times. There's a Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram dealership.
Some of this video that's seen in Carolina Ryan, we did catch a few cop cars still hanging around. It was initially reported that witnesses told police a friend of theirs was close to a black sedan. We're told it was a black 2010 Ford Honda. Ohio registration, and the car is your and 3 unknown men inside. There's a restriction on 3 men wanted police officers and medics at this point. Pittsburgh police agents back safe. Any new information such as having made police tell me they will continue to investigate these circumstances.
Yeah.
This time is out of France. That's where the crash about cost control is released. 32 people. Trucks bus at least 8 people survived. The crashes and investigation of the details. Also, this morning, teachers in the Charlotte area school district have a new contract. Two sides have agreed to a 5-year deal. This is big news in the district because there was a strike there 2 years ago. New deal will start in August when the contract expires and over 2021. The contract will be a higher wages, health care, Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Crawford. Watch Channel 11 News, 11 at 11. It's the one and only Barrel Subaru, Pittsburgh's #1 rated Subaru dealer. Great cars, crazy great prices. Sign and drive as low as $257 a month. Except no substitutes. There's only one Barrel Subaru. Family is the foundation of living. From our national family with over 200 locations across America to our growing community of loyal customers who trust us with their replacement windows, doors, and siding. To our family of 3 generations of Americans. With Window Row, it's more than just windows, it's family. From our family to yours. Not only do we stand behind our windows, we stand on them. Call us or stop by our showroom for a free estimate. We've got 2 cars here. We're going to start watching a movie in the Chevy Malibu. Hey guys, we're going to watch the rest of it. We don't care. Chevrolet. easy to get a sun-dried lease on this Chevy Malibu LT. Or get $2,000 total cash allowance on this Chevy Malibu. Ship, best-selling vehicles in this. Allegheny County's Christine Dunn, first air family to graduate from college. For 7 years, she served on Pennsylvania's second highest court and earned the very highest judicial rating. Now, Christine Dunn is running for all of us. It's the one and only Bell Subaru, Pittsburgh's #1 rated Subaru dealer. Someone who drives as low as $257 a month, except no substitutes. There's only one Bell Subaru. You went there on Craigslist for a while. I gave her 30-day notice. It's a bad attitude. I'm speaking. Judge Judy. Judge Judy. Today at 4 and 4:30 on Channel 11.
Sounds real, right? But this is actually a scheme that I'm telling you about. At least 10 people were targeted in 24 hours.
Yeah, we spoke with one woman who and U.S. says the callers claim to be from West Penn Power Station.
Two visits will be cut off within the next 30 to 45 minutes unless this matter is taken care of.
Yeah, she has to consume Well, the series of surveillance that Pittsburgh police are hoping will help lead to an arrest. They say this man here was found with a race for Tuesday. They say he handed his afternoon commanding cash. Mexico and recently intentionally passed on a store in Patricia in County. Police believe that it's
We are talking about plenty of sunshine as we head to the afternoon, which is nice because we had a little bit of some rainfall yesterday. At this point, still a deficit, so we are going to be picking up on plenty of sunshine and dry heat as we head to the afternoon. And reduced visibility, especially as you head across the ridges. Here's what it looks like as we go into the afternoon. We're looking at plenty of sunshine. We're going to be talking about mostly sunny skies as we head through your 7 a.m. hour all the way to the evening. Commute and temperatures will be getting up to 60 degrees. Keep in mind that it's seasonal. It is going to be cooler, but it is right where we should be. Pretty.
A lot for you to think about if you're going to be on the Parkway West this weekend because the closures this weekend will affect both the inbound and the outbound side. Let's look at the inbound side. There will be a full closure inbound between Interstate 79 to the Fort Bridge. This runs continuously from 9 o'clock tonight until 6 a.m. Monday morning. However, there will be one lane open during the EQC race Sunday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. Your time right now is 5:41.
a business owner is victimized and betrayed when he sees persecution as crime.
Why should I stay here? Why should I'm crazy not to fight. They tell me I'm your phantom. I fall to
Let's have comfort we can change as our lives change. Let's roll with the passions and the suffers too. Let's be able to choose doctors and places and private. As flexible as life is unpredictable. Let's do it all. Community and flexible for home and us. Well, the parents of the 4-year-old girl killed in an act of road rage are speaking out.
He took my arm.
Lily was riding in the car with her father and her brother on I-40 in Albuquerque, and our driver opened fire. Just a few minutes earlier, though, listen to this, Lily had asked to move seats. Her father says he didn't let her.
There's so many what ifs. If I would have let her move her seat over 6 inches.
6 inches. This heartbreaking. Lily's suspected killer, Tony Torres, has been arrested, and investigators say he did confess to the killing. Well, back here in other news, a coal-fired power plant in Beaver County is closing nearly 2 years ahead of schedule. AES announced that the plant will close because they couldn't find a buyer for its electricity. More than 100 people once worked there, but recently the workforce dropped to about 35. It was originally scheduled to close in 2017.
Governor Tom Wolf is expanding PennDOT's technology system just in time for winter. It'll put a GPS tracking system in more than 700 snowplows so that you can track them in real time. The city of Pittsburgh launched a very similar program last winter. You can go online, you can find out where 120 snowplows are around the city. This is kind of animation that shows you that. Now, the city implemented the technology after it got complaints about neighborhood streets not being cleared fast enough.
That's all we're going right now, and you're going to need our Channel 11 app this weekend. It'll definitely
Exactly. Temperatures will be going up and down. We do have some showers coming through as well, so we need to have the radar. Students this weekend, and then we'll keep you posted on all the hour-by-hour timing of your shower activity. The outside
still very reduced in Greensburg and down through Deep Creek Lake, about a mile and a quarter. So those are some of our worst spots to be if you are out traveling, and certainly we'll have more details on that for you here in just a few minutes. But your fog is going to be tapering off fairly quickly. I give it another couple of hours, and then it will start to taper off, I say, by 9 8 should be good to go. 39 degrees now in Indiana, thanks to the northerly winds. That's what's doing it. And then you have the 50s down into Morgantown, so a widespread of temperatures here in the middle. We're 47 here in Pittsburgh. As promised, here's what it looks like across the Allegheny region. We're at 59 in Butler high today. In Beaver Falls, very similar. And I think we might hit the 60s today in Pittsburgh. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies. To the north, sun, a few clouds. We're 55 for high and Tinus, and 57 in Clarion and Mercer. And it's going to be cooler to the north, especially compared to the south today, as I'm showing you in the last half hour, where we just made it to 60s today. No weather risk. We do have the cooler weather coming to end the week, but at this point, we're right where we should be. So it's not going to be significantly cooler. It is just going to feel cooler. Mostly sunny for us, but those clouds will start to roll in as we head into the overnight hours, and especially tomorrow, where we're also bringing in a few showers. As we now storm tracker bringing it in earlier than my thoughts. We're going to see some showers more likely in the second half of the day than the first half, but those showers will continue more into the overnight hours and to be out of the way by, I'd say, Sunday sunrise. So that's good to know. We also have Sunday QT10 milers, so keep in mind there are going to be some isolated showers in the beginning, but it is cooler temperatures in the 50s. Here's the extended forecast for the weekend over with you. 60 today, mostly sunny skies, keep clouds around as we head to Saturday and Sunday with those late day showers Saturday. Most of the daylight hours on Sunday, you won't see much of anything at all, but we are back in the upper 50s, staying there until Monday. Keep clouds around Tuesday, but we are back in the 60s. The roads look pretty good right now because we are seeing a lot of congestion on the roadways. The Parkway West is back open, although our map doesn't reflect that just yet. One thing that you may have to run into, depending on where you're at, is fog across the area. Valerie has been letting you know that we are seeing some areas of incredibly reduced visibility. And as we bring in our visibility layer, you can see we do have fog in Westmoreland, Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties, also picking up some fog up in Butler County. So if you are in those areas, you may have to watch out for that. Also want to make sure that you know about Parkway West weekend closures starting 9 tonight and running around the clock until 6 Monday morning. There is a whole closure inbound between Interstate 79 to the Fort Pitt Bridge. However, one lane will be open for the EQT race on Sunday from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. and it was closed after that. Also, outbound, there will be single lane restrictions from 9 until noon, both tonight and Saturday night, as well as the Fort Pitt Tunnel being closed tonight until 8 Saturday morning. And right now, it's 5:50. Locally, common volume that you might have at home, the danger that it poses to your children.
History on the artifacts from the city's past that you can check out.
When it's hotter than your underwear, the colder than your mother-in-law. The experts at Harold Vigor Heating and Cooling can get back into your comfort zone. Get up to $1,100 instant rebates on American standard equipment. Call Harold Vigor Heating and Cooling today.
The first step is developing enjoy the largest pet and fur on the East Coast and 2 years of fun in cooperation with 96.1 and Big 104.7.
A lot of my employees depend on the doctors and hospitals of UPMC for their family's care. Now they're depending on me to make sure they can keep that care in 2016 and beyond. So I had a choice to make, and the choice was simple. I chose UPMC Health Plan. To give your employees full in-network access to the top-ranked care of UPMC, choose UPMC Health Plan.
Philadelphia judge Kevin Dockery failed to protect a child. Tragedy happened. Dockery was shockingly allowed to be held and placed in custody. The heartbreak of God's Socrates escaped. He had no recollection of knowing about the murderer's background. No recollection. Tell Kevin Dockery, no more excuses. Keep our children safe.
From 2 to 5, you can get your favorite stuff for just $1 each. See? Not every after-school special needs to be depressing. Arby's, we have the meat. Like it's still at a Chinese cartel with great inventory power sale. Crispy sold as low as $79. Yes, you heard that right. Crispy sold as low as $79. Even if 3 days early, it wasn't big enough already. Friday is a midnight madness event. New giveaway today, TV, Saturday at noon. Giveaways are register right now at the-big-shep.com. Inventory goes fast and these events fit your card. Watch out. Hurry, this deal is this weekend only. Check out details online. Necessary CD for details.
When it's hot in the house, it's colder than back in here, come so American Standard Equipment. Call Harold Fizzle, heating and cooling today.
Take a look at this heavy rain in Brooks. It literally turned roads into rivers in Athens. The water forced buildings to collapse and damaged properties. You can see that there's a motor scooter there just floating down the river. There were cars that were overturned. And this is all happening, and we still continue to follow the situation to see if it recedes at all. There's a police release this afternoon in memory of Ethan Leonard. He's the Butler High School senior who was killed in a car accident last week. The principal told Channel 11 that Lane was the unofficial student spirit organizer for the football teams. The balloon release will be at 4 o'clock this afternoon at the Wilmot Football Stadium. And tomorrow there's going to be a candlelit vigil at the team spots. And we saw that a memorial continued to grow along the township. Police say that Flynn's car slammed into a tree on Saturday morning, and he died there.
Time is 5:54. Gentlemen were there at local. This was the public meeting hosted by the city's newly formed by council to the city to determine an appropriate minimum on social media. Police say 22-year-old Chase Perry started talking to the 13-year-old girl on Facebook Messenger and later they pretended to be 16 years old. Police say he'd meet the girl at her Butler County house and she'd sneak out in the middle of the night. Investigators say they had sex several times and went unnoticed for months until the girl's mother found a graphic picture of him on an iPad. If parents do allow their children to use the internet and also social media and text messaging and things, it's very imperative that they stay on top of things. The suspect is in jail this morning. His next court appearance is scheduled for Tuesday.
Last year, 3,100 victims were helped thanks to the group Pittsburgh Action Against Rape, but its funding is being stretched thin. A new bill backed by Senator Pat Toomey could help them. It would divert money collected through criminal fines to centers and other resources for victims.
We're a great crisis center and people need services. You can't really say, well, sorry, can't serve you.
Now, Senator Toomey said that so far the bill is getting a lot of support in the Senate, and he has new information about the mold in TMC. And attorneys say that the problem goes back further than the health system has reported. 4 transplant patients developed fungal infections over the last year. 3 of them died. An attorney investigating the outbreak said that one of his clients developed an infection at Presby last August, 2 months before the first patient death was related to a fungal infection.
It isn't surprising to us that it's looking like there may have been more than the 4 that were reported thus far.
Now, the hospital system is backing its investigation, saying, quote, no wider pattern beyond that is being reported. Now, we are still waiting for the CDC to release its findings on its investigation.
And we are looking at the reduced visibility across the area. 7 miles in Pittsburgh, 1.5 miles in Washington is still fully reduced in Greensburg. We are expecting to see this vacuum off as we head into the morning. Best chance is now, and it should be out of the way by about 9 a.m.
A special service in Greensburg, the annual First Responders Prayer Service at the Blessed Sacrament Cathedral was held last night. Organizers say all emergency responders are being recognized, but special attention is paid to those who lost their lives in the line of duty this year.
It's important for us all to gather, remember, and to pray for people who put their lives on the line.
That's for sure. We're told nearly 400 different first responder units in the diocese were invited to this service. In other news, and in the black and gold zone this morning, it's looking more like backup quarterback Landry Jones will start for the Steelers this weekend in Kansas City. Ben Roethlisberger practiced yesterday, but was limited. He's wearing a brace on his left knee. Now, Roethlisberger has been out since he hurt that knee in the third game of the season. Center Marquise Pouncey also underwent a second surgery yesterday. He injured his left leg in the preseason game against Green Bay. Pouncey is on the injured reserve list with the designation to return, which would allow him to come back later in the season.
We have a consumer alert for you this morning. Build-A-Bear is recalling more than 30,000 stuffed animals because of a possible choking hazard. It's recalling the Starbright Blue Dragon. This is a picture of it. The company says that the seam can open up and the stuffing can come out, and that could pose a choking hazard. The dragons were sold between April and August of this year. So if you happen to buy one, you can return it for a coupon for any other stuffed animal. The Heinz History Center is showing off artifacts that were donated from a Pittsburgh landmark. The downtown Macy's donated more than 100 items to the History Center, including items from the TikTok restaurant, New York State Gallery. They'll go on display in the 6 months after they're all we bought a Powerball ticket a year ago from that car in Washington County. You could be in danger of missing out on $1 million.
Yeah, that's because the ticket has not been claimed and it's about to expire. The ticket was sold in November of last year at a Giant Eagle on Route 88 in Finleyville. This is our top trending story on our website this morning. Probably a lot of you are checking these phone numbers, and here they are on your screen. The ticket matched the first 5 numbers, but not the Powerball. It must be claimed by November 6th. Now, if the ticket isn't claimed by then, the money will remain in the lottery fund and will be used to support programs that benefit older Pennsylvanians. So a win-win either way.
Absolutely. Dropping temperatures and rain. Maybe not so much a win-win, but we are following a lot of developments in Severe Weather Center 11.
That's right now at 6 on Channel 11 Morning News. A woman is found safe after a reported abduction. Breaking right now what police are saying about what happened to her.
Students are forced out their dorm by an early morning fire this morning that caused a trouble. I don't know what she was looking for.
Her call was totaled by a woman accused of drunk driving. Only 11 has her message to the suspect and the lesson she hopes everyone can learn from this crash.
Good morning. 6 o'clock here on this Friday, October 23rd. I'm Jennifer Smiles. Get the captain.
I'm Joe Rita. We're going to start your Friday with a check on weather and traffic as we do every 10 minutes. Here's meteorologist Valerie Spot. Good morning.
Good morning. Courthouse visibility in Butler, nothing. It's very, very limited across Greensburg. We haven't seen much improvement as we've gone through the morning, even to the north where it was 10-mile visibility for quite a while. We're now back to 5 in Franklin and again 4 in Butler. We are expecting that to move out of the area by about 9 a.m. Temperatures in the 40s nearly across the area, upper 30s in Indiana. We're at 52 in Morgantown. Very quiet in terms of the radar. We have nothing to speak of in terms of rain, at least until tomorrow. We can enjoy plenty of sunshine as we head to the afternoon. In the 60s, I'll time out the best chance of the rain in your neighborhood coming up.
As we take a look at congestion on the roadways, you can see we're not dealing with a lot, but as Valerie just detailed for you, we are seeing a lot of areas of heavy fog. Washington, Greene, Westmoreland, Fayette, Butler County. If you're driving in those areas, you'll need to watch out for that. As we take a look at drive times, they're looking great right now. 13 minutes on the Parkway East, 12 on Route 28, 11 on the Parkway North, and 10 minutes on the Parkway West. Just got word of a crash on Interstate 70. We'll have details of that coming up for you in 10 minutes. Your time right now is 6:01.
All morning, we heard on police cameras about the search of a woman involved in a possible abduction in the Strip District.
Yeah, then as we were going on the air at 5 a.m., we got an update from police and the search was over. Channel 11 Stephen Fisher joins us live with what he's learned about the woman who was found safe. Stephen.
Yeah, that's right. It was about an hour ago, just before 5 o'clock, when I got the chance to speak with an officer here at Zone 2 who told me that the woman who was reported to be abducted was, in fact, found safe. Now, he also told me at that time they didn't have a lot of other details, didn't have the whole story together, but they were able to confirm that she was fine, and they did find her. Now, they also said that she was 26 years old. They also found her in Moon Township, where she apparently lives, and she also told police when they made contact that she was never in any danger. Now, earlier this morning, we did get reports that that woman was abducted around 2:30 over on Smallman Street in the Strip District. Now, take a look at some of the video. We did find some cop cars still there when Channel 11 arrived. It was initially reported that witnesses told police a friend of theirs was forced into a black sedan. We're told it was a black 2010 four-door Honda with an Ohio registration. Now, when the car drove off with that woman and 3 unknown men inside, and there was no description of the woman and the 3 men provided. Police have also not given out any names at this point. Again, police were able to confirm that she's fine this morning, and now they're also going to continue to investigate this. We're going to stay on this and try to bring you more details, trying to find out the whole story here. And so far, no arrests have been made, and again, the investigation is ongoing. We're reporting live this evening. Stephen Fisher, Channel 11 News.
Also breaking overnight, a Southside gas station was robbed this morning. We are waiting for police to tell us a little bit more. Here's what we know right now, though. We know that the BP at 10th and East Carson was robbed shortly before 1 this morning. Nobody was hurt, but look for continuing coverage later this morning on the story.
A local mother is left with a totaled car. She was caught up in that chaotic scene 2 nights ago outside Consol. This morning, she has a message for others to stop drinking and driving. Kimberly Waltz was waiting for the light to change. That's all she was doing. When police say a drunk driver hit her car. In 1 moment, her family lost their only car. She tells only Channel 11 she's also emotionally scarred.
That image is what's really scary. You seeing a car with their headlights on, really coming close to you.
People seeing the damage will think twice before drinking and driving. And Samantha Reed is facing DUI charges. Police say she had a few drinks at the Pens game and got behind the wheel of a car. She's accused of knocking over a lamp pole before hitting several cars and a police officer directing traffic out there.
There was a stabbing last night not far from a prayer walk in Rankin. Now, the walk was in response to recent violence. We're told that one person was taken to the hospital after being stabbed on North Holland Avenue, and we are working to find out how that person is doing. Residents say this is becoming all too common in their community.
This has been going on in our communities for so long, and so we need to respond. And one of the ways, the universal way to respond is through prayer.
Now, last night's walk was organized after the killing of Walter Glenn. He was shot up on Fleet Street. So far, no one has been caught for it.
Time coming up on 6:05. Developing overnight, students had to evacuate a pit dormitory because of a candle. According to the Pit News, the candle activated a sprinkler in a room at the Bouquet H dormitory. The sprinkler was turned off a few minutes later, but there was some water damage in at least two rooms there.
This morning, we are making some phone calls to learn more about a violent crash in Somerset County that left 4 people trapped. Look at this. Look at these cars. A Jeep was thrown onto the side, and then this minivan was virtually demolished. This happened on Route 31 near Coosersea Park. 4 people had to be rescued from the mangled mess, and it took a lot of effort to get them out.
We used our rescue tools and chemical line. Somerset Fire Department was dispatched, used their hydraulic tools.
And here's what else was called in. 3 medical helicopters. They have flown those victims to hospitals, and we're working to find out how they're doing.
A Beltuver man shook his head but was otherwise calm when he was convicted of murder. The Trib is reporting Antoine Ward was found guilty yesterday for 2 murders in Knoxville. In January 2014, Ward shot Jason Eubanks and Sherilyn Sabatasso during a struggle over a gun inside a car that crashed. Now, Ward's attorney still claims his client shot the couple in self-defense. Ward faces life in prison without parole.
A Clarion County church says it is saddened by the allegations that a former youth pastor sexually assaulted a teen. David Pacey used to work at the East Brady Baptist Church. Police say that he hosted sleepovers for the youth group in the parsonage where he lived. However, the criminal complaint, I actually talked to the police officer yesterday who's investigating. She told me that Pacey allegedly kissed a 15-year-old who was at one of those sleepovers last winter, and she says it went even further in a park in the summer, and Pacey was arrested this week.
Time's coming up on 6:07. A Hempfield mother plans to fight charges after police say she physically restrained two boys who were bullying her son. Alexis Gibson told their trip partners the bullies yelled racial slurs and pulled down her son's pants. And according to police, she tracked down the boys, dragged them across the street, and demanded they apologize. She's facing simple assault, harassment, and corruption of minors charges.
Later this morning, two teens accused of killing a North Braddock man will have to answer 2 adult charges. 16-year-old Destiny Walker and 17-year-old Jordan Johnson are charged with plotting to murder Harry Vaughn. The 65-year-old was shot and killed inside his Ridge Avenue apartment back in September. Police say that he was the target of a robbery. And the court hearing starts at 11 o'clock this morning. We plan to have a crew there, and you can see what happens later today on Channel 11.
Well, a new Westmoreland County drug court aimed at helping addicts admitted its first participants. According to the trip, 2 people pled guilty and were sentenced to 18 months in a supervised treatment program. The program will keep them out of jail. Probation officers and drug treatment experts will check on their progress every 2 weeks.
New this morning, a fight over chicken wings ended with one woman in custody. Police say that Kim Adamson hit another woman with a bottle during a fight, and this was inside Warrow's Bar and Lounge in Aliquippa. We're told that the victim was treated for cuts to her face. Channel 11 is working to get some surveillance video for you from inside the bar, so look for continuing coverage later today on Channel 11 News at 5.
In other news, for the third time in 16 months, the Pittsburgh VA has a new interim director. Dr. Timothy Burke will now fill the position starting next month. The turnstile of leaders began with Terry Wolf, who was fired in November of 2014 over her handling of a deadly Legionnaire's disease outbreak. The VA continues, though, to search for a permanent leader.
Wisconsin Congressman Paul Ryan has formally declared his candidacy for House Speaker. For days, he said he wanted to run, but only if he had the support of all the GOP caucuses. Ryan will have elections next week, and political analysts say that his victory is assured.
Now, a bittersweet victory. An American commando has died, freeing dozens of hostages in Iraq. It was the first death of a U.S. serviceman in Iraq in 4 years. Still, the U.S. military is calling the raid, quote, a huge success. That's because 75 hostages were saved. The operation shows U.S. forces are doing a lot more right here in this one, at least, than just advising in the war on ISIS.
The next casualty of the state budget impasse could be horse racing. The governor's spokesperson says the state racing fund is just running out of money, and if there's not a solution by next Friday, races will be canceled at all 6 Pennsylvania tracks. And the Elizabeth Middle School District, they could temporarily close if the state budget impasse continues. We're told that could happen as soon as December 1st. School officials say right now they only have enough money to pay for operations and for teacher salaries.
We do have a bit of some fog out there. Keep in mind, use your low beam. Give yourself some extra time. We're at 46 degrees, and it feels a little cooler than that with those winds out of the northeast. Remember, we had those winds out of the southwest which warmed us up. Today, they're out of the north, so it is a little cooler. As that fog continues to form across the area, it will start to back off by about 9 a.m., so that will be good news if you are maybe a late riser. But that forecast, we are starting things off in the mid-40s. Kids will probably want a jacket this morning, not likely needing one as we head toward the afternoon where we are at 60 degrees, but otherwise mostly sunny skies. We are tracking lots of sunshine for your Friday, and it is going to be a cooler end of the week. We're also looking for a few weekend showers. Best chance is going to be a bit later on into the day versus earlier into the afternoon. And we continue our roller coaster of temperatures as well. As we look at the radar now, it's quiet, but that rain will move through this weekend. Best time coming up. Brittany?
In the past 10 minutes, I've been getting more information about this crash on Interstate 70 westbound. We've learned it's a single-car crash in the area of mile marker 34.5 in Washington County. Could cause some delays until that is cleared up. Taking a look at the big picture, you can see we are starting to see heavier volumes of traffic on the roads right now, but no incidents here in this area. Checking out your drive times, you can see 13 minutes on the Parkway East, 13 on Route 28, 11 on the Parkway North, and 17 minutes on the Parkway West. Your time right now is 6:11.
All right, a sophisticated scheme helped thieves steal money without anyone noticing until now.
Yeah, Channel 11 uncovers the trick that they used to fool nearly everyone, and why the suspects say they were so desperate to give it a try.
Where did we get it? What did we do? A big hole left in the side of a home, and a resident said he knew this was going to happen. The warning signs he saw before the collapse.
A mother is yanked from her bed at gunpoint. The neighbors are on edge because of what else was found in the room. Time now is 6:11.
News 11 at 11 means 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial. 11 minutes of major news, plus weather from Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper. Watch Channel 11 News, 11 at 11. Now through Monday at Beaver County Nissan. Take them on new Altima for $149 a month. Take them on new Road Select all-wheel drive for $169 a month. And get guaranteed credit approval. BeaverCountyAuto.com.
It won't make you a Bubba Beaver believer too. 4 days after returning, I got arrested. Being a big damn Marine, you don't want to admit that something's wrong with you. I have not been in trouble since being with the Veterans Court. I was able to be surrounded by veterans that are going through the same things that I'm going through. I am married now, 5 years clean, so there's no question Veterans Court changed my life.
I will make sure Veterans Court is expanded so that every veteran in Pennsylvania has equal access to the system. They fought for our freedom. Now it's time to fight for theirs.
Don't let this happen to you. This looks disgusting.
60-year free log crusher special includes a free video camera inspection and a 5-year warranty. We can't unplug it, you don't pay.
So what's the next one up? This is a Buick. Wow, that doesn't look like a Buick. So you're dead that you're born to be a Buick.
Yes, it is. And it's got a 5-star overall safety rating. That you haven't seen anything like it.
It's a Buick.
And what you call an early adopter.
Now current lessees, switch to Buick with this low mileage lease on this Buick Verano for around $169 a month. See your Western Pennsylvania Buick dealer today.
On August 21st, a fire damaged our West Midland showroom, forcing us to close for the past 2 months. Our warehouse is filled to capacity with new shipments arriving daily. We must liquidate this inventory immediately. It will be our biggest clearance sale in our 94-year history. Save up to 70% off living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. First come, first served. The fire sale will start Friday at 9 a.m. sharp at all of the locations.
Now through Monday at Beaver County Nissan. Take them on new Versano for $129 a month. Or take them on new Roadless all-wheel drive for $209 a month. And get guaranteed credit approval. BeaverCountyAuto.com.
It won't make you a Bubba Beaver believer too.
Every 67 seconds, someone develops Alzheimer's, and more than 5 million Americans have the disease. Hi, I'm Stephen Cropper. Join WPXI and the Alzheimer's Association for the Walk to End Alzheimer's Saturday, October 24th in Highlands Field.
Black Scouter Airport cancel high top to higher Regency. We're also currently at 46 degrees. We're at 45. Cannonsburg and Berlin. And if you're not a fan of the chilly weather, don't worry. We'll get back to the 60s today. Just right where we should be, just not as warm as the past couple of days. Warmer weather and showers coming this weekend. I'll break down the timing coming up. I'm now 6:14.
A mother was pulled out of bed at gunpoint, and this happened as her 2-year-old son lay right next to her. We first told you about the crime yesterday morning, but only now we're learning about the victims and just how scary it was for them. Police say 3 men broke into the home along Gas Avenue. They stole the woman's cell phone, jewelry, and some cash.
You never know what could happen, with everybody. There's so many crazy people who are never know who could try to rob you or something like that.
Now, overnight Channel 11 checked with police, and those 3 guys are still on the run.
Breaking overnight, 1 person is dead after a campus shooting in Tennessee after a fight during a dice game. And we just learned that police do not believe the 19-year-old victim was actually a student at Tennessee State University. 2 students who were walking nearby were also wounded, though, and they were taken to the hospital. It's unclear whether the shooter is in custody.
And back here, a high-tech scheme cost giant eagle shoppers thousands of dollars. And investigators say it was used to feed a crystal meth addiction. These 3 men here on your screen are charged with forgery. Police say they made fake giant eagle gift cards using real numbers stolen from customers. The fake cards were allegedly used on money orders and to buy prepaid debit cards. The suspects will face a judge next week. A Northside man is searching for a new home after his began to collapse this morning. It's unknown when or if he'll be able to return at all. Frank Booth showed us that large hole. There it is, left in the side of his home. Yesterday morning, the bricks tumbled to the sidewalk along Boyle Street.
It was a big crack in the wall. It just looked like a pregnant, like a bulge in the brick in the building. And it just The collapse.
Now, the building inspector is now trying to determine if the home is safe. There's still no word on what caused this collapse.
A new Quinnipiac University poll suggests that Donald Trump is losing ground in Iowa. The poll says that Ben Carson is leading the pack of GOP candidates with 28%. Trump fell to second place with 20%. Next in line are Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz.
That's about 6:17 and a scary moment on the ice for Sidney Crosby. Ouch, right there. Deflected shot caught him on the side of the face during last night's game at Consol. Good news is he got right back up because that's what hockey players do. Unfortunately, the Pens were playing catch up all night. They lost to Dallas. Final score was 4-1.
I'm glad Sid's okay.
Yeah.
Very scary out there. All right, we're turning things over to Valerie Smock, who's in this morning with a look at our forecast, and there's some fog out there to be aware of.
Exactly. We've been dealing with this throughout the morning, and now we've started to see some improvement in Greensburg, where we're up to about 3/4 of a mile. However, Washington, it is now significantly reduced there. Haven't seen much change here in Pittsburgh. We were at 7 miles visibility, but we have lost miles even up toward Butler, where we are at 3. 39 now in Butler and Indiana. You definitely want a jacket when you head out the door today. However, it's at that time of year where you don't really know how to dress because the mornings are chilly and then the afternoon feels quite warm. And we are expected to be pretty decent this afternoon, just cooler than the past couple of days. Here's what it looks like as we break down your regional forecast. Mostly sunny for us, upper 50s in Beaver Falls, Butler. 60s expected here in Pittsburgh. Fingers crossed we can actually make it into that 60-degree mark, but sunshine and a few clouds to the north. We're only at 57 in Mercer and Clary, 55 in Tionesta. Thurlow Highlands will bring in sunshine, a few clouds, 59 in Indiana. Getting to 61 degrees in Uniontown. It is typically cooler across Kingwood and Oakland, so you will be back in the 50s today. Plenty of sunshine, though otherwise 60s into Waynesburg and Morgantown. No weather risk. It's a severe clear day. We do have those mostly sunny skies. It is going to be a bit of a cooler end to the week. Overall, though, we have some weekend showers, and it's not expected throughout the entire weekend. So the best chance to get outside without the umbrella, I would say, early on Saturday, late in the day on Sunday. Here's what it looks like when we break it down on the radar. Not much even in the way of cloud cover. There are a few clouds back to the west, and that's really about it. Those clouds are expected to pick up tonight. I'd say partly cloudy, and then a little bit more cloud cover over the weekend. Storm tracker time in the upper left-hand corner, bringing in those showers as we head through the morning and then into the early afternoon hours of Saturday, and then continuing as we head into, I'd say,